Come in and shut the door. It's cold out there.
Hey everybody, this is Rydo. We are back for more Hearthstone. It's been 3 days real time since the last episode that was a real episode. Maybe I threw a quick episode in between there where I picked the cards for the arena. We're gonna do arena runs. We're gonna try and get all of these quests done. Win 2 games with Druid and Rogue. We probably won't get that done, but we probably will be able to do 100 damage, and we probably, if we get really lucky, we'll be able to win 3 games any class. It is the launch day for the expansion Goblins and Gnomes, and they have been having some troubles with the server. So earlier today, there were several hours which I could not get on at all, and now the shop apparently is closed. Clicking on it makes a new sound. Hey, that's part of the expansion, I bet. So what was in the shop I showed you is not that real important. It's just now there are 2 types of packs. There are classic packs and there are Goblins versus Gnomes packs. We very well could have trouble with the network here. We've picked our cards. We've got a mysterious call that called us away for several hours. So now we're back to actually do an episode where we actually play Hearthstone. Here we go. Let's jump in, see how far we can get. Excuse me as I chug my beverage of choice.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back.
For Doomhammer.
Let's see, what cards do we want to keep? None of these big mana ones. This one, barely want to even keep that one. But I'll do it. We didn't have a great number of choices. We had a choice to play between the Shaman, the Hunter, or the Paladin. And I chose the Shaman because at least I understand the strategies with his play a little bit better. Tried to build a really powerful overload deck, and that kind of bit me in the butt because I do not believe I have any of the characters that would benefit from using overload cards.
Job's done.
We do have 2 Bloodlust cards, however, so if we can fill up this deck and play Bloodlust, every card will get a +3 +3 attack for 1 turn. Doing all this work and still he's 3 behind me. It's kind of funny. Let's see.
No take candle.
I could play that card, it wouldn't do anything because I don't have any totems. Interesting. I guess if I just had a creature that did something every time I cast a spell, this would be useful even if I don't have totems on the ground. Let's try and slow him down a little bit here. One of the new Goblins versus Gnomes thing. I'm assuming all the robot things are and mechs our gnome technology. I'm assuming all the goblin stuff has to do more with the cards that have like 50% chance of hitting the wrong enemy and other crazy things like that. They often, both styles of cards seem very overpowered to me. Here's our bloodlust. If we can just get creatures to stay on the field, we would be fine.
Job's done.
Would have liked to had some more totems on the field, but this looks like about as good as it's gonna get. Whenever you have a pirate deal 2 damage, he doesn't have any pirates. Deal 1 damage combo, deal 2 instead. Perdition's blade, interesting. Let's see. Well, I could do this.
Job's done.
Summon a random 2-cost minion when this one dies. I'm still ahead of him, which is quite strange because I don't think like I've been playing better than them. What is this? Give your weapon and a creature an attack? That's interesting. Wind Fury 3-2. It's not looking very good for me. Let's see. Let's put this guy out. Throw this guy out. Throw this guy out. Notice that the overload takes from your next turn's mana, even if you have extra mana. So you do have to be a little aware of that.
Job's done.
Wonder if they'll ever make a card that has like an overload of 10. Just, you cannot play any cards next turn at all. Just like that, we get our first loss on the arena run. You may see a typical arena run here for me, which is just 3 losses in a row. You saw the first arena run I recorded. I did a little bit better. I got lucky, is what happened there. There's nothing else that could possibly be. I did do 9 damage to the face, so I only have 91 more to do. I do need to, in real time, actually complete something, one of the quests, or I will not get a new quest tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day I can do more recordings, assuming something doesn't come up. But I'm not sure how long I can go tonight. I'm starting rather late for the first recording of the day. Here we have the new Goblins and Gnomes side art. We played with this in the special pre-launch episode, so I'm not going to really play with it here. I'm going to focus more on actually beating this guy.
Elements guide me. Elements guide me.
Elements guide me.
Job done.
really don't have a great strategy with this deck. It's mostly just survive long enough to get enough characters to play Bloodlust. Maybe I can get really lucky and
Elements guide me. Give that minion a turn to get ready.
well, just gonna save that attack. But yeah, I'm either just trying to chisel down his life, which is no real strategy, or get good luck. So here you have an ogre, which I assume is a type of goblin in the mythos, and it has a 50% chance to attack the wrong enemy. Not gonna be super useful. It could attack either one of them and do a lot of damage. Question we have not answered yet is if it attacks this guy and activates its ability and goes to a different enemy, does that negate taunt? We're not certain that that is the case, but it might be the case. So I meant to put that in between the two, but it really doesn't matter.
Job done.
Let's see.
Oh, the Lich King!
Can't be targeted by spell or hero power. We've seen several of those, but they're building out the ranks, so more cards have that ability. Here we have the Bomb Lobber, deals 4 damage to a random enemy minion. Let's see.
Special delivery!
So go ahead and sacrifice this one just to get that guy off the field. That's a pretty good 5 mana card. Yeah, that's pretty good, even though it's for a 3/3. This is a 4/2. This is overpowered. Look at that. 4 damage, 2 uses, and 50% chance to attack. So really effectively it's a 2/2. Would be closer to a 2/2.
What do you want?
Get these guys out. We're controlling this situation
Guide me.
pretty good. If I throw this guy out and they kill him, he'll do 2 damage to this one and this one and kill him. Salty Dog Pirate. Looks like a goblin, but really it's a pirate. It's interesting that they did not choose to label any of the cards as goblins or pirates. They did not make a new category by that name.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Instead they chose to well, let's see.
Elements guide me.
Let's go ahead
Time for
and just attack the
killing.
face. The 7/4,
Job's done.
it's really overpowered. But what can I do?
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
If at this point I could get Bloodlust, I'd have 3, 6, 7, 13 damage plus 2. So almost completely
Back to work.
done. Really need to figure out a way to get rid of all of these guys. Let's see, what is this? A 4. Just throw this guy out. So I can throw out this so minions cost more, or I can put out a totem. I think I want to put out a totem.
Crush! No, smash!
I don't want to attack here, because even if I did attack, well, I could take 2 damage to attack him, and then, yeah.
Elements
So,
guide.
doing it a little backwards, taking 2 damage to the face to get rid of the taunt. So I can do 4 damage to his face, and the reason I wanted to do 4 damage to his face is because I want him to stay at 4 health, because I don't want him to die when this guy dies. This guy's probably going to attack this guy and do 2 damage, which will get rid of this guy at least. So, not sure I got this in the bag yet, but I definitely have a chance. Maybe I have a chance. At the start of each turn, gain 1 attack. Oh boy. It's not just your turn, it's each turn. Choose a minion and become a copy of it. Interesting. Well. Hopefully that was the right choice. To become a copy of the Salty Dog. I could have been a copy of this one. But I'd probably start off as a 1-2 and have to work my way up the ladder. Spider tank here, no special ability. Be real nice if I got at least a couple of wins. I really would like to know if there's a chance to get the Goblins versus Gnomes pack when you do arena runs. Because if there's a chance, then there is really not a lot of reason to just buy the Goblins versus Gnome packs. Much as there isn't really any reason to just buy the actual packs. It's much better to
Job's done.
buy entries to the arena even if you just lose the first 3 games. And that's probably what you're gonna see. You're gonna see me lose the first 3 games. We'll be done with the arena run. We got 34 to the face, so we're making some progress there. Odds are this will be a loss too. A lot of people playing right now, a lot of good players playing right now because of the new expansion. They want to see the new cards, they want to see them first. So, we basically went from low interest last week to high interest in playing the game this week.
Throw versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Going first. I really just have no strategy in this deck at all. I picked the best I thought I could pick from the options given to me, but in arena runs it's just all randomness, and it really goes to show that the other players are more experienced and better players because they can take randomness and make them winning decks a lot more than I can. I just come out with randomness that cannot win.
You shall not pass.
I would like to think that this name is related to a Chappelle Show skit. That's what I would like to think.
I must consider.
probably could report this person to. That's probably not within community standards. How you report somebody is a little hard. I mean, you can't click on their name or right click or anything, so I guess you'd have to just email customer support or something. Do we have a guy here that's just gonna end his turn? Well, he ended the turn. He didn't just sit there. So that at least goes to show a little bit of a lack of intent to just sit here and stall the whole game. Why you would play an arena game and stall is beyond me, because nobody's gonna surrender when they paid to get into an arena game. Just didn't have a mana good. I'd much prefer to have a actual game going on here. Let's go ahead and just use this to his dismay. We literally have a triangle here of 0 attack creatures. We saw some cards that had instructions that indicated that their ability was activated as soon as they were in the hand. That is a major new implementation of the of what was capable of being done.
Payback time.
Job's done.
It gets really crazy really fast when you have cards in the hand that do abilities. But that's really where I wanted Hearthstone to get to. I wanted it to get crazier. I wanted it to do wild things. Goblins and Gnomes has not disappointed in that at all. Is it balanced? We will have to see. I would bet that it probably isn't perfectly balanced, but they will get it that way. With the update, they raised the mana cost on 3 cards, so they're always balancing out stuff. Alright, so what do I want to do? I don't want to kill this one, so I'm just going to end the turn. When you get your other 3 totems and they're just killing the Stoneclaw totem here, the snake that is the one with taunt, you can then, if they just have one character as they do now, he must have a really weird deck to not be able to summon 2 creatures on his 5th turn.
I'm not ready.
Would be great if I had a spell card right about now. Alright. Don't have 5 to activate this. I need to do 7 damage to kill him. I could get rid of her and do 4.
I wonder.
But I really don't want to. Just gonna leave all these on the deck. I doubt he's gonna bother to even attack any of them. I think he's gonna immediately come over here and just attack the face for 7. So at the moment we'd be 3, 7, 10, 12, 15, 20, 27, 30. If he doesn't kill any of my things, and I can get some way to get rid of this guy and play this, we should be at 30. So, like a 1 attack kill. But It's probably going to take me a couple more turns to get to that place. You decide to attack. Strange, they decided to attack that one. Got two guys with taunt now. So we play. Let's see, this guy. This guy. Let's see.
Crush! No, smash!
So, what do we want to do here? We got 6. I could go 2, 4, 6 on the face. Let's go ahead and do this. It's probably a mistake, but we'll do it. Really didn't use that bloodlust well. I have another one, but I'm gonna have to build up my characters. That was my strategy for this whole deck. Didn't play it well. Just trying to turn the tide, take control. So he's got to decide, does he want to kill his character to kill this character? He decides he wants to do it. It's probably a bad move to do that.
Coming through.
That was a mistake. I should have used this attack.
Job done.
Should have just attacked that creature. Made a mistake. He has the ability to fill himself back up, so he could easily get back to 30. All my effort could be for naught at the moment. It's not looking great.
Death from the
Lost
shadows!
Tail Strider. See, Mini Mage, spell damage +1. I really want that card in my deck.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Alright, so. If only I had spells.
Elements guide me.
Job done.
If only I had spells to actually use. With all these spell damage +ups, I really only have 2 spell cards in the entire deck. I'm definitely going to have to be more cautious and think things through on a lot more when picking arena cards. I don't really know how to do that. This guy will help a little bit. So this one lost itself. I could
Elements guide me.
kill him, but why bother? Still trying to hit the face.
Job done.
Don't think I'm gonna be able to do this, but I don't know. If I could get another bloodlust, if I could get my characters up. Let's see, 3 plus 8 would be 11, plus another 3 would be 14. So need a couple more characters in a bloodlust to work. Maybe this guy will get bored and just surrender.
I must
We can always hope for that. Down 8. Well, let's see. Should have put that between these two guys who have the ability to attack at the moment. So, can I even save myself if I tried? Not really. This guy will attack this guy, get rid of him. He'll still have more than enough to kill me. So it's game over for me. That's the end of this arena run. Nothing spectacular. This is what to expect when I do an arena run. It's why I only plan on doing one once a week or so. I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I have to play every 3 days. So every third 3 days would probably be an arena run. Not a specific day of the week or anything that you could count on. It would just be kind of random in your appearance, from what you could tell. But about a week. I'm trying to lay off playing Hearthstone in between the 3 days. Not gonna play if I'm not recording. Not gonna record if I'm not commenting. I've already gotten into, had a problem with Isaac recordings where I played the game without commenting and then did something amazing while I was playing and not commenting, and now there really is no way to get commentary into it. It's too much work. My setup's not set up well enough for me to sit there and talk for an hour-long episode over it as I'm watching it a second time. It's too much work, takes too long. So what we really want here is we're gonna get 2 items. We should get at least 2 items. We're hoping to get a Goblins versus Gnomes pack. We got 3 just for playing today. We're hoping to get another one. So you always get 2 items. And this is exactly what we wanted to know. So we got 30 gold, and we got a pack. So to buy a pack would have been 150. To buy a pack would have been 100, and to get in the arena was 150. So we actually only lost 20 gold by doing this. Did not have to win at all to do that. Let's go ahead and open our packs and see what's there. For a second there, I thought it wasn't going to let me open the packs because the shop's closed. It has 4 attack when you have 6 or more cards in your hand. This is a very wild card. I don't know how you control it. Freeze any character damaged by this minion. This is a great card to put into a frozen mage deck. It's a mage card. 2 for 2 Murloc, probably great for a Murloc. This one gives the friendly minion +1 attack. That's a pretty good hunter deck. And then here we have a blue, deal 2 damage to all minions with death rattle. Interesting card. They should definitely go with more cards that do stuff like this for the paladin range. Balance out cards that have death rattle. Death rattle cards are pretty powerful and they really don't have a balance. So if the paladin cards, the healer cards say, if your card has death rattle, you're gonna be in trouble. That could totally change paladin's rank about how good of a card it actually is. We're up to 52 damage. We're not stopping right now. We've got to get at least 2 wins with a druid or a rogue. So we'll start with druid and go back and forth. I want to get at least 2 wins with a druid or rogue, or get the 100 damage to the face. We're at 58 now, so we only have to get 32 more. Nope, 32 more. Eventually I'll get my math right, but probably never. Probably 5 seconds before I die of old age at 150. I'll get my math right.
I must protect the wild.
I'm wondering if there will be a lot of ranked players, or if most of the people will be into the arena runs. Not gonna do another arena run for a while, at least. How long that is, that's really just whenever I feel like it. I mean,
Job's
have
done.
enough gold that we could do an arena run every 3 days if we felt like it. But if I don't get the reason why I keep saying every 3 days, it's 3 days if I get all 3 of the quests cleared. So my goal is when I'm playing to get all 3 of the quests done. If I don't achieve that goal actually, well then it's not me, it's not a situation of me playing every 3 days. It's me playing and getting at least one quest done the first day, and then I have to keep playing every day after that until I clear out all of the quests. And every day after the first day I get a new quest, so it's more time, it will take more time. So
For the wild.
Job's done.
So ideally, I want to get all the quests done in one day. Make one day be a Hearthstone day. Then I have a couple of free days in which I can either not play or record Isaac plays only. But to achieve that, I have to be successful.
For the wild.
To be successful, I have to play really well. The worst I play in Hearthstone, the more I have to play of Hearthstone. The longer the episodes and the more episodes.
Tazdingo! Yes!
And since everything is slightly connected, I really can't just not put some of it on the channel.
Job's done.
Because I'll have a different amount of gold. I'll be at different places in the quests. You would be getting robbed of seeing the actual gameplay.
For the wild.
Job's done.
So that should kill him. Although that would have killed him anyway, so I don't even know why I took that damage. Was not adding up the numbers right in my head. Maybe that'll scare him enough to not attack. Since he won't kill this guy, and it will kill this guy.
I wonder.
Embrace the void.
Now he can do 2 damage to me, because this card takes his healing spell and makes them damage spells. Let's see. Could gain 2 mana, it's not necessary at this point. Should have used it though. That was a mistake. Because this was the last turn I could have used it. I'll use it next turn and actually only gain 1 mana.
I hope you like my invention.
Shields up!
He's doing everything he can. He's got more cards in his hand than I do, so he's probably doing better than me.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Interestingly enough, it did give me 2 mana, one at here and one here, so that actually did work. Or at least it seemed to work to me. If I could just keep this 9/9 alive, I could clear him in like 4 turns. Deal damage to each minion equal to its attack. Well, that pretty much kills everything. So let's throw this guy out. Use the swipe. Are all of these cards spell cards or some other cards that he can't summon something on his 9th turn? He used the light bomb there. That's a new card. So they're definitely playing the new cards.
Shields up.
It might be worth it to play arena runs a little faster than I normally would, just to get as many of the new cards as possible. Try and have so many new cards that we can go through and rebuild our decks. It would be probably a great thing to go and rebuild these custom decks. Have stronger cards. Think of new strategies. Maybe we'll do an entire episode. That would be a great episode actually to do if I have done all the quests and I just feel like playing Hearthstone a little bit more, which could happen. That's probably won't happen, but it could happen.
For the wild.
But if I wanted to keep playing, I could just make an episode where I go through all the cards and rebuild the decks for one of my characters. Probably wouldn't be the mage. Might as well just stick with the mage deck as it is. We're so close. Well, it will still take quite a few plays to get it to 60, but we're pretty close. I probably want to do it with my lowest ranked character, so I look at the ranks of all the characters and just say, this one's the lowest ranked one. This is the one we're gonna rebuild their deck.
For the wild.
Do I think I have a chance of winning this? No. He's got 7 damage here already. He only needs 8 to kill me completely. There goes my star. I doubt the update is going to change anything about the ranking system. We didn't even do very much damage to its face. We could have made more progress there, we just didn't.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Trying to get a Frosty to come through a straw. It's always a bit difficult task. Alright, so back to the game and not talking about what I'm currently drinking. I don't drink alcohol, so nobody needs to ever bring that up with me. You can joke with me all you want with it, it doesn't offend me or anything, but if somebody seriously says, hey, I'd like to buy you a beer, I'll just take the money instead. I have too addictive a personality, as you can tell by as much video games as I play. This is the indication that I should never get into anything that is chemically dependent. If I am this addicted to playing just a video game, I would probably be the most magnificent addict to any kind of drugs or chemical dependency item. probably kill myself very, very fast doing that.
Job's done.
Sorry, I put down the controller for a second here. I was hoping the other player would give me more time so I could try and get this dumb Frosty to work. I really, really want it. And I'm really, really failing at getting it to in my mouth. If Wendy's does want to sponsor me, I would totally be down with that. Like, just not even money. I'll just take, you know, free Frosties for life. I also had with the Frosty a bacon provolone specialty burger that I guess they're doing now. It was really good. I haven't ever had provolone.
Here we go.
Mushrooms, I guess. I guess I just haven't had provolone mushrooms before. So it was bacon and provolone mushrooms and cheese on like a specialty bun that was just a little higher quality bun, hamburger bun than you're used to.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
What is going on with the straw? Like, the straw is clogged. How do you have a clogged straw? I don't particularly understand what's going on. I think it's just taunting me.
I'm not ready.
Here we go.
Job's done.
Shields up!
Like, yeah, the straw is just like solid frozen, clogged up with Frosty. It's crazy. Alright, let's see. Deal 2 damage. We want to do that.
Crush! No, smash!
Here we go.
Literally killing myself in this game just to get rid of his creatures. I've decided to stop messing with the straw and just open the lid of the Frosty and I will drink it like an adult, which is something I always hate to do. I want to suck ice cream through a straw like I'm a 2-year-old because I want that mental childishness association with it. Finally got some Frosty in my mouth. This is not a euphemism for anything at all. I'm literally trying to drink a Frosty while playing this game. And it literally did take me that much effort to get that,
Here we go.
get one sip.
Job done.
Hopefully Starlock here will keep him afraid. I don't know how far I'm gonna get with this strategy. I waited so long to get to the Frosty, it's very liquidy now, not frozen much at all. I'm definitely getting a chocolate mustache. Probably enjoying the Frosty more than playing Hearthstone, in all actuality. But I will suffer through it. I guess I'll put an end to the Frosty talk now. It does taste real good, and I do love them. They're almost never wrong too. I mean, I realize that it's probably a mix that comes in from some factory somewhere, and that's why it never changes really in flavor or anything. But it's consistent if you think about it. I've never had a bad Frosty.
We
They've
must
all
cleanse the
tasted
Sunwell.
very exactly the same to me.
Here we go.
Well, I've lost this game. Let's hit the face and try to get that quest done at least. Not sure how much slurping you can really hear through the microphone, but if it's anything like the pops that come in, you're probably hearing everything in massive gross detail. Just like that, we lose again. Got up to 67 damage. Play the druid again. We're just gonna keep going back and forth, back and forth. We want 2 wins between these two guys, and then a 3rd win between anybody at all. It doesn't matter. We got no wins on the arena run. Just 3 straight games of losses on that.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
We're on our 3rd ranked game.
The wild. Nature will rise against you.
I'll tell you what, after this game, win or lose, I don't know. I was thinking about ending the episode. Let's think about this. If I end the episode and just start another episode, then there will be one day in which you get 6 games and I do nothing. But we may need to do it that way. Otherwise, if I just record episodes until I finish at least one quest, I'm gonna be in trouble. Because there will be a time at some point where it takes me 2-3 hours to beat a quest. And so
Put this apple on your head.
I don't know how time efficient that would be. If I'm having to play 2-3 hours just to beat a quest, just to make one episode, then I would have to play another 2-3 hours potentially for the next day, and then another 2-3 hours the next day. So that's just not time efficient. I'll be playing way more Hearthstone than I really care to. I know I talk bad about this game and say it's kind of causes you to grind, but that's really the truth of it. It really does make you grind more than I would like.
For the wilds.
This is an iPad game too, and it does kind of play like one of those iPad games that expects so much at times. Well, I have Android, but there's plenty of Android games like that where they expect you to play for 8 hours a day, every day, if you want to be good. And I don't have time. So, win or loss, win or lose, this will be the last game this episode. Uh, I'll start recording the next episode right after this, and we'll do at least 3 games on that episode, and maybe I'll even do a 3rd episode in a row. Kind of just depends on how I feel.
For the wilds.
For the wilds or the wild?
My steel.
Job's done.
You know, it'd be really nice if I could just have Frosty mix and a Frosty machine myself. It is kind of inconvenient to have to go out to a Wendy's to get a Frosty. Why can I not just buy the mix myself and then install a machine? I would spend a couple $100 on that. Even if the machine costs me like $250, which would be a lot for just what I have to assume is just a blender, and I already own the blender. The mix would probably not cost that much. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be special if I had it all the time. It's hard to tell about that stuff. I really don't subscribe to that thought, though. That is a mother's misnomer, which I don't know why I use that term, but it sounds like something I would think a mother would say to her kids just because she didn't have a better answer. Is that I think personally I could enjoy a Frosty every meal of every day, and it would always taste special, and I'd always like it. I get the chocolate Frosties, by the way, not the vanilla. I prefer the chocolates. But in general, not just Frosties, I love ice cream. I love to eat it in the summer. I love to eat it in the winter. There's no wrong time to eat ice cream. If you want to eat, let's say, broccoli and ice cream, that probably would still work in my mind. The only thing I can say bad about ice cream in general is that it doesn't give you any protein. Although I've never had, like, meat and ice cream together. Not even like a bacon ice cream. So, if you found like a big steak and then scooped some ice cream on top of it, I would probably like that. It would probably be a great taste in my mouth. Oh yeah, so there was like a big old ice chunk in the middle of my straw, and that's why it was all clogged up. So once all the Frosty melted out of the straw, there was just an ice chunk stuck in there. It's really a shame, because I really do love the Slurp. Listen to that. I just love to do that It annoys the hell out of everybody else in the room, and that's half the fun. Let me tell you, if you have not blown bubbles into your chocolate milk, if you have not slurped your soup, if you have not done something that annoys every other person in the room at least once this year, you are overdue. You need to do that right now. Next meal you get in, just think of what will annoy everybody in the room and do it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Not looking good for me. Looks like we're gonna have just 6 losses in a row. Maybe I should, just as a general rule, count 2 losses as the equivalent of 1 win. I'm not sure if that really is accurate in Hearthstone though. I don't believe me winning makes the game go any faster or slower. It's really about both players and both players' decks. 3 episodes, 3 games usually gets you 30 minutes, a little over 30 minutes. We've done 6, so we've probably already done an hour. So I'm calling this episode. This will be the frosty episode for sure. Always stay frosty, always get frosties. Frosty, 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 frosty. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching me. Sorry I couldn't actually succeed at anything on this episode, but that's just how it's gonna go sometimes. The shop is closed. My success shop is closed. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.